Hey everybody, welcome back. Northernlion plays Tetris 99. Anytime we're getting dubs in the video. Is this ASMR? Anytime we're getting dubs in the video, you know we're happy. This is the second... No, sorry. It's the fourth and final video of this recording session. Not the series. I've invested too much time to quit now. However, 2 wins in a recording session, it was big positives. I would love to add a third, but to some extent, I don't want to say it's out of our hands. That's a little defeatist, but you know what I mean. I don't know why I would place it there. Hold on, get your head back in the game, okay? Step 1, clear some lines. I see we got a dude over there. He's building a... Honestly, he's not hurting anybody. I'm not mad about that guy's existence right now. I'm not worried about the fact that he's sending me garbage. We've evolved past that. No longer am I concerned with the trappings of small life. Such as, is this guy sending us a little bit of garbage? If he is, he is. You know, it doesn't really bother me that much. You gotta send garbage to survive. Again, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what we call a player that doesn't send garbage in Tetris? Deceased. So if anything, I'm happy he's sending garbage. More grist for the mill later. I'm even happier, by the way, that he's sending the garbage to me. Because he seems like a pretty decent player so far. If he wanted to, he could be sending that garbage to somebody that's actually gonna die. So instead... he sends me the garbage, and then I'm like a garbage conversion facility. I'm turning that garbage into kills, hopefully. He stopped targeting me. He's realized now it's not the right play. And I agree with him. I'm sad to see him go, but at the same time, this does open us up. And now we can actually afford... Yeah, this is fine. To start building our own towers here and start sending our own lines down. Now, I don't know who that went to. Does not appear to be a KO-rich environment. Oh, well. So we definitely want one of those. This probably isn't where you want to build your tower exit. Okay, that's definitely not what you want to do. And yet, here we are. Okay, I'll tell you what. I think... that's the way you start to get yourself out of this. And it is bad. But you gotta do something. Yeah, just build a big old tower on top of the garbage hole. That's, get a summer home at the garbage hole. I'd recommend it. I think it's a very strong move. Yeah, and then just, dude, I don't know what to say. Had a real problem with controller fidelity, and I cannot blame the controller. I would love to be the kind of person who could sit here... Pardon me, a little granola throat. I'd love to be the type of person that could go, there's nothing I could do, dude. But let's be honest. At multiple times during this experience, there were things I could have done, dude. Still, we're not dead. Why are we talking like we're deceased? I like this. Took us a minute to get there. Once we got there, we're back. You know, we can wait for the blue. But I was just gonna say... I'm dead. And I definitely should not have stacked it there. We might not even get to the blue. It was one piece away. That was really dumb. I mean, it's just bad play. That's alright. First one back... Some major misplays at extremely inopportune times. No big deal. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not my biggest enemy, but I'm probably like my 3rd biggest threat in any given game. There's usually 2 super Wyatts. I think I've ascended to Wyatt level. But there's like 2 proto Wyatts that have, you know, merged by doing the fusion dance in a hyperbolic time chamber. And then there's me sitting there at like number 3. That's like, maybe I'll just drop the long piece sideways over the garbage hole. I already see the matrix on this one. Like that. Okay. Was that matrix worthy? I don't know, dude. I've never seen it. Just kidding. It's one of the landmark films of my youth. You think I haven't seen The Matrix? Who do you think I am, Austin? Never thought I'd say it. Too many long pieces right out of the gate. Woe be it for me to complain about an incredible bounty, but simultaneously. Okay. Building high, strong. Strong move. I think this is where we send them. Looking at KOs, they're not even close. Looking at attackers, not even close. Badges. All right, I'm gonna go for the Badge Lord temporarily. What's my reasoning? I'd rather inhibit him than inhibit anybody else on the game right now. In the game right now. I don't know. Sometimes I don't word good, okay? If that's going to be a problem, you can leave. Yep, that's, see, I can tell you exactly what's going on there. My brain goes, there's a good piece, and then there's like an internal send him-ometer, and that's what's happening. My brain's going, send him! And I'm like, well, maybe we should wait. Maybe we should make sure it's an appropriate send before send him. And I'm like, all right, well, the boss said send him. And then I begin the send proceedings, and then I go, wait, not like that. And then, well, you said send him, and I go, I know what I said. You don't tell me what I said, I tell you what I said. Again, it's all part... that was Haunted Controller. I swear. It did not wish to bequeath me an easy out here. And you know what? I respect that. Because it really just gives me a better opportunity to do something like that. And all of a sudden... I mean, there's no easier way to clear garbage than when your whole field is garbage. It's called mathematics. Look it up, sweetheart. Almost did the dumb one. Take it. Take it. Now, we're still targeting badges. Badge Lord, he's running into trouble. I think this might be a moment that I actually consider myself correct to be targeting badges. As dangerous as it might be or look, what else am I going to do? Just let him ball out of control and possibly win? I don't think so. So I'm going to keep him honest. And I'm gonna force him to deal with the lines that we're sending. And we're gonna start to really amp up our level of play. I see his garbage. When he makes lines, he's gonna reflect them in a big way. And he might reflect them at us. I would. So I gotta be ready for that, which is partly what I'm doing right here. Also preparing for the mega send. That's fine. Not scared, actually. A little compromise that I would do 100 times out of 100 given the opportunity. Look, we knew this was a possibility getting into this. If you're the Badge Lord, wrong play. Yikes. Still, I think if you're, you know, top 50 no kills, you gotta give the badges a chance. Basically what I said is, hey, 1v1 me for the throne. And he beat me. What can you say? Second place. 30th? No. Second. Really, really bad piece placement. I honestly, I think I could cut my controller issues by like 40% by getting new Joy-Cons. I don't know what's wrong with these ones. You know what's hilarious? I'm looking at my Joy-Cons right now. I've used Kate's Joy-Cons. They just feel a little smoother. But the up button is like completely eroded. The fast drop. The left and right buttons are completely eroded. The down button has barely been touched. You can tell how I play Tetris 99. We move a little. And that's it. I hate this, dude. Sure. I'll give you a quick little proto send just to get myself back into a world of survival. And, okay, I guess we're going to be building there from this point onwards. We need 2 long pieces. That's no good. You never want to put yourself in that sort of situation where you need 2 long pieces just to get yourself back in the saddle. Slightly better. Dude, dare I say, we actually have a T-spinnable opportunity here. But we need a long piece, I think, to set it up. Okay, now we got a doubled T-spin setup. KOs. Oh, someone's close. Okay. Send him. Follow it up. What can I say? When it works, baby. It's definitely a lot to improve. Like, start getting those T-spins out substantially faster. Next long piece, you know where it's going. You don't need me to tell you. Right there. All of a sudden, we're free. And we can start working on another spinnable, maybe. I don't like to place the piece in that spot. You know where the next long piece is going yet again. Definitely don't even need me to mention it. Probably be offended if I mention it. You'd be like, you don't need to tell me that. I'm aware. Yo. Sure. Sure. Really got to prioritize getting this garbage hole cleaned up. Thankfully, again, I don't know how we do it, and it's not meant to be braggadocious. It's merely meant to, like, sincerely indicate that sometimes I don't know what I'm doing in this game, and yet we find ourselves performing okay. We turned into a garbage manufacturing facility. I'll compromise. And we took the garbage we were given, and we gave it back to somebody else. It's really not fair. You ever hear the expression S rolls downhill? Only I didn't say S. That's kind of Tetris 99. Two Wyatts duking it out. One of them sending garbage to another Wyatt. What's the other one doing? He's sending that garbage to you. Welcome to the real world, sweetie. Lots of attackers. Perfect. You know, if there's anything I can say about this session of episodes, I think it's gone really, really well. The exception of some mechanical errors. I think we've done a fantastic job of creating our own Rorschachs. And we'd been really suffering. I mean, not really suffering, like on a human level, but I mean, like, on a Tetris level, we'd been suffering from a lack of Rorschachs for quite some time. I'll send them, I don't care, dude. You gotta do that to open up the garbage hole. Life goes on. A little compromise meta. All of a sudden, we're back down here. Dude, the attackers are still coming strong. So I feel no remorse about our present approach. Definitely, like, yeah, that's a little whack, but here we are. All right, that's Wyatt's last stand. I promise. You know, that's something you should never do, and yet I do it every time, and then go, you should never do that. We got two attackers still. One of them is Badgelord too. Real dangerous. Real dangerous for him to put himself in a situation like this. Needlessly jeopardizing his advantage in the game for reasons that, well, are now becoming, I would say, strikingly apparent. Turns out he's been operating in a garbage-rich environment. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. We got deleted. Look at the badges, dude. This is it's a feast or famine sort of game right there. One person... well, not one person. 3 people had, like, 4 badges. Everybody else has 0. It's rough. What do we want to do? Play faster. We were going too slow. I got some nutrients entering the brain right now. You got to give it 10 or 15 minutes for the glucose to hit the bloodstream. And my mind exploding, myelin sheath enabling, nootropic stack to kick in, and it's all over. It's all over for everybody. Probably me too. Neurons are... I mean, they're frayed. I don't think I can keep it up at this pace, honestly. Can't advise it. So this is one of those situations where I just hate the start. So I'm going to get us out of it, hopefully. I don't know. We got some symmetry here, but not the kind of symmetry I'd be excited to brag about. We got a lot of attackers, and it took me a second there, because at first I was like, we got a lot of attackers. Now I gotta remember, a lot of attackers is a good thing. You get an excuse to send lines. That's a haunted controller. There we go. It's back. Yo. Don't delete me. It's too early to be... Okay. It's too early for me to feel happy about being deleted. So I'm going to hit you with a little... A rarity. Not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. Okay. No rarity there. We got destroyed. That was a perfectly deletable situation. An embarrassing performance. You take a swig, and you get ready to get back in there. Alexander Ovechkin, 2010. Washington Capitals, the fastest team in the post-lockout NHL to this day to have qualified for the playoffs, to have clinched their playoff spot. Round one, what happens? They run into Yaroslav Halak and the 8th seed Montreal Canadiens. They lose in 7 games due to a stellar, otherworldly performance from a previously unknown Slovakian goaltender. Where's Alexander Ovechkin now? Still sleeping off the hangover from winning the Stanley Cup last year. You see where I'm going with this metaphor? Just because we lost one, there's a lot of game left. I'm a big picture guy. Not so much worried about losing this one. I'm worried about maximizing my win rate long term. So I'm not going to let one admittedly terrible game get under my skin too much. What I am unhappy about so far, I feel like I've not been doing a fantastic job. So we got to... There's no way to set up... Oh, there is a way to set up a T-spin there. Hold on. I don't know if we can do it here. That's going to make it harder. Okay, just dump that. There you go. There's your T-spin. And unfortunately, there's like... This is what I really obviously need to work on. I see we got another good piece coming our way in the future, but... This is what I really need to work on is, like, getting a T-spin is one thing, but, like, what do you do with it after you have it, you know? Like, how do you build in such a way that you don't screw yourself? Okay, we got a lot of attackers. Send him the T-spin, brother. Got a long way to go until we get a square piece, so we're going to start sending him these. Okay. You know, I'm also learning. I think I was wrong to question the efficacy of the T-spin for so long. I know that looks absolutely idiotic, but there's a reason behind it. What is that reason? As the seconds passed, I lost it. But there was something. There you go. There's a T-spin. Okay. I've come to respect the T-spin a great deal. Now I would respect it more if a T-piece showed up. Thank you. How we attackers not so bad. So I'm very sorry to have to do this to KOs. I never feel good about sending a manufactured T-spin to KOs. Because they're just minding their own business, trying to stay alive. All of a sudden, we come out of the woodwork with, like, you know, the most try-hard move you can do in the Tetris lexicon. Anyway, I'm having fun with this game. And the other thing is, you know, the T-spin... Definitely store that. It makes the early game a little bit more interesting. And if we can ever get to the point... Like, I feel confident enough sacrificing my early game. There was some big rookie mistakes in there. I feel confident enough sacking my early game to try to make my T-spin IQ rise. It's not always going to work out for us right now. Who cares? Definitely should have stored that one, but you know what? We can always send a little bit back. Now we go, attackers. A lot of garbage coming our way. No promises. Might have to hit you with a little radio silence. We got a cross-Wyatting situation right here. Few Wyatts, myself included, Wyatting each other. Big. Huge. We're Badgelord. Immediately go back to KOs. We got a 75% damage multiplier. If you can find a spinnable situation here. Oh my god, we got some more. There's your spin. Okay. So what happens next? Store. This one's got to go here. You got a double T-spin ready. Start sending them that multiplied garbage. Many people thought this day would never come. How foolish. But what can a lamb do when hearing of the slaughter? But impotently bray against the coming of the light. Okay, that's a lot of garbage. To be honest, it's a good time for us to start sending. And this is make or break territory right here, dude. Oh my god. That's why I'm hitting you with the radio. Don't do me like this. Not like this, dude. Not like this. I worked for this one. I earned these kills. These are my kills! That, I mean, I'm not going to say that nobody could have done something there, but, you know, we got a lot of targets on us as a result of killing 2 badge lords. Fair enough. 4 kills, but a lot of badges. I would say that time, perhaps we had the misfortune of killing the badge leader. Oh well. Fun game. Anytime you're capable of hitting a T-spin under duress, that's big. We're getting there. I really think this is, like last session was a regression. This session is a huge step forward. 2 dubs and also starting to work, you know, a new flea flicker into our playbook is really, really going to serve us well in the future. And apparently I'm just going to play this game forever. So, there's your, how's that for a pool meta, Daniel? I don't know what you do with it after this, though. Yeah, okay. So, if we wanted to make that into a T-spin, that's how you do it. We've already done it. Who would have thought it could have been so simple? So we actually have a T-spin setup. It's really just a matter of one attacker. Okay. It's really just a matter of how much we wanted to commit to it. And the answer was, I need to do it immediately or I will be dead. So that makes your decision a lot easier. And I'm very grateful for that. You know, a lesser player would have been tilted into the stratosphere by that play. I'm so experienced at making mistakes that that just is water off a duck's back, dude. Doesn't even matter to me. Yeah. Acceptable, and then starting to build. We do have a garbage hole. Sorry, we had possessed controller for just a microsecond there. Next step we're waiting for. Yeah, 2 long pieces is fine by me. 1 attacker. KOs and attackers, same difference right now. Beautiful. How can you not like that? You know what? I'll take it a step further. How can you not love that? Answer? You can't. I loved it. Guilty as charged, dude. Okay, back down at the bottom. Long piece has to go there. We can stall for a bit, though. Blue piece coming up. Yeah, no worries. Small worries. Still can't believe no KOs. Our attacker, I think, is dead. I'm trying to follow the board, but it's a little trickier than you might expect. Or maybe is exactly as tricky as you'd expect. I don't know. I don't want to insult you. I assume you're a smart audience. I mean, you've picked probably some world-class entertainment. Tell you one thing. Hope you're better at T-spinning than I am. 'Cause that's, there's the spin. Okay. So one day I'll get out of the mold where I need to spin it 15 times to get it set up. Well, please? Father? May I have a T-spin? That cleared a decent chunk. Decent chunk. Dangerous. Still very, very dangerous. Don't do it. Do this. This is a big moment. I hope you'll forgive the radio silence. Wasn't intending to leave the run this early, so if you'll excuse me, please make an appointment with a different Wyatt. I've decided this isn't how I go. This is inspiring, dude. Dare I say, probably like the most inspiring content ever made on this website, to be honest with you. I knew it. You can't stand up to that. What can I say? I can't blame you. I mean, of course, how could I blame you? It'd be hypocritical. We got a blue piece coming first. Not by much, but by enough. And all of a sudden, we're right back in there. We got a 25% damage multiplier. That's weak. That's weakness. Got a long way to go. Step one, you start with some sends. Now, I really like... Thank you. I was just going to ask for that exact thing. More badges. Okay. Being back at the bottom here is great news. We got our well set up on the right side already. Store this so that you can get something like that going on. Got to make big moves here as quickly as possible. Faster than that. No. Dude, I think we've... I mean, first off, we could have played faster. But I also think we've gotten into, like, a new elo. Maybe. Perhaps we've reached a higher level of performance. And that's great, because the only way that my growth can continue at this point is for something like that to happen. I've done everything I can do in the AA leagues. If I want to get to the majors, we got to take another step up. And that was not a perfectly played game. I think we've started to make better and more strategic, more astute choices on a regular basis, but it's not a perfect game. It's not a Nolan Ryan. It's not a Justin Verlander. That's right, I know 2 Major League Baseball pitchers who have thrown perfect games, I think. Emphasis on the think. So check this out. I'm really committed to the spinability of this world, but that'll have to wait. I know I said check this out, and you're like, check what out? You know what? If you're so smart, why don't you T-spin? I do T-spin on a regular basis. Oh, you know what then? Why are you watching the video? I find you entertaining. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's really nice that somebody could watch this video and then be like, you know, even though you're not at the level that I'm at in Tetris, I enjoy watching you. Thank you. That's sweet. See, that's conflict resolution 101. We turned a potentially incendiary situation into something that worked better for all parties involved. One attacker. Doesn't bother me. Struggling a little bit on the T-spin ability. Mostly because I think we've created a situation in which it may literally be impossible to T-spin out of. Don't quote me on that. And just in general, don't quote me. I didn't sign up to be quoted, okay? Not interested. One attacker. Again, I do not begrudge you, my brother. If you're not making lines in Tetris, you're dead. As a result, I refuse to turn against my brother for sending me garbage that was incentivized by the system. That being said, I will send him, because that's the name of the game. I've got a great respect for my competitors. For once. Do it. Very bad move. Thought about it for 2 seconds, realized the move was bad. The road to greatness is paved via mistake. Never forget that. We want to fail. We want to fail. We want to fail fast. We want to fail frequently. Most importantly, we want to set up T-spin situations like that one right there. Don't do me like this. Like, we got a good T-spin sitting in the pocket. And we just yikesed it. And now what are you doing? Don't worry about it. Go back inside. Where are we at on KOs? He's close. Send him. That's a badge lord too. Oh, it went to somebody else. Maybe the other dude died. Probably, I mean, if you watch the good players, you know they're not taking 10 seconds to figure out who they're targeting. Is that guy close to death? All they do is send lines and trust the auto-targeter to figure it out. I mean, if you're sending enough lines, you probably don't have to worry about it too much. Mind you, actually just worked out. Acceptable, go on attackers. I refuse to believe that that was one person that just sent us that. In light of the evidence that I'm now seeing, it was one person that just sent us that. They should be very impressed. Unfortunately, that doesn't really mean much in the world of Tetris, as I continue to live in spite of their unfounded aggression. You don't need me to tell you. It's radio silence, dude. We got some issues. Okay. Sorry, that's haunted controller. Temporarily. Not 100% of that was haunted, but 100% of that situation involved a haunting, if you want to get technical. Because we have so many people on us and a 50% damage multiplier, all I'm going to worry about right now, and I'm going to shut up in just a second here, we're going to start building some serious freaking lines, dude. And once we build them, what's step 2? 3, 2, 1, you send them. I didn't have anything ready to send there. I apologize. Definitely a misplay. Slightly. Faster. This isn't my tempo, dude. Send it. I'll send them again. Bothers me not. I want them to recover just in time to get sent yet again. Like this. Radio silence. Too high. That's a bad one. That's probably worse. That's a bummer, dude. Stay tight. Stay tight. Oh, dude, I had that. I had that. Where was he? He had some garbage, too. Misplays took me out of that game. That's fine, though. It's going to happen from time to time. It hurts. Dude, I've seen Dietmar in like 10 of these games, too. Anyway, life goes on. A bit of a throw at the end, but a great performance overall in this session nonetheless. Thanks for all your support. I wouldn't be here if it were not for this. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more Tetris 99 in the future. Every time I come back with something new in my pocket. I hope that it's internalized T-spins next time. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. See ya!